Good morning, lovelies. I am working on another little fall make, and I thought I would do a little WIP Wednesday video with you guys and take you along while I crochet a little bit. So if you want to get out a crochet project and hang out with me for a little bit, or whatever project, then you are welcome to. Just kind of have a little chill moment. Maybe make yourself a cup of coffee or a tea. But if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. I hope that you are having a wonderful day, and I hope that you find this to be a comfy, cozy little corner of YouTube. And if it's not your first time here, thank you so much for coming back, my Nomi, and I hope that you are doing wonderful. I hope that you guys are all taking care and that you and your loved ones are doing the best that you can. And hopefully you are staying out of this crazy heat. I don't know about where you guys are, but in Texas, it is still crazy hot. Like, it is supposed to be cooling down at least a little bit, but it is not cooling down. It is still getting into triple digits, like, every day. I'm ready for fall. I'm massively manifesting the fall vibes over here by shifting into, as they say, shifting into soup mode. With my crochet, I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready, guys. Where's my fall? But we don't really get fall weather. Sorry for shaking the camera so much, you guys. We don't really get fall weather in the area that I live in. Unfortunately, the area of Texas I live in is right on the Gulf. And we pretty much get, like, summer and this weird fall, winter, spring hybrid type of thing. Now I gotta decide how I want to do the corner of this. So what I'm working on is a bandana. Well, kind of a bandana. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those headscarf, or like hair scarf kind of bandana type things, that are crocheted. I have been wanting to make one for a long time, so I decided that this would be a good time to make it. Just got to decide how I want to do the end of this, or the point of it. So, I decided to come up with one, and what I did was, give me 1 second to finish this spot right here, and I'll show you guys what I did. So, what I did was I made a bunch of little tiny granny squares, okay? So if you see, I did them, I placed them in like a diamond format, basically, like instead of having the granny square like this, I skewed it. And I put like a granny square here, 2 of them to go up the sides, 2 more, 1 here. And then I made 4 half granny squares to make my line. And then I went through and I sewed them all together, and instead of putting a border on them, I just sewed them together just like this. What I did was I flipped it backwards, and I grabbed only the, what would it be? The front loops. I grabbed only the front loops on either side, the loops that were closest to me, so that it would leave kind of like this little ridge effect in the front around each granny square, kind of keep it still like defined. I didn't put a border. I was really torn on putting a border on it, but I didn't put a border on it because I was afraid it would end up too big, because this is supposed to, it's going to have a tie here that's going to go around your, like the front of your head, you know, and then this flaps back over like your hair, you know, like whoop. And I was afraid if I put borders on the granny squares that this would end up too big, but I don't know, it might not have. But also, I don't know, I was like kind of I was feeling not doing borders on them. So I went for it. And then so far I've just put a single crochet border around the whole thing. And then I'm working on going around and doing a picot border on the whole thing. Well, not the whole thing. I'm not going to do it along this top part. So I'm just going to do the picot border on these two sides. And then I will put a strap. I'll just do a chain that elongates off of either end. You know, chain, work my way across, chain. And then that will go around your head and tie, and then this will hang back over your hair. So that is the concept of what I'm doing. But this is my first time ever making one, and I might play around with it a little bit. I'll probably make another one. I was thinking if I like the way that this one comes out, I might make a tutorial for you guys. So you'll have to let me know if that's something you're interested in. I thought that these colors, I'm still not sure about my border color. Like, actually, I'm not sure about my border color to the extent that I was like, when I went to go put the picot border on, I was like, I might take the entire border off after I do this picot border if I don't like the way the colors are looking together. I was like, I was thinking about doing a solid brown because I want it to be fall vibes. So I don't really want to do green unless I do a dark green. So I was like, I could do dark green. And I was like, oh, I'll probably do brown. But then I had this yarn sitting next to me, and this is literally like a super fall kind of color palette. And it is brown heavy. And I was like, oh, that might look really good. But it is a variegated yarn, and I am using a variegated yarn for the granny square portion too. So I was like, that might be too much. Like, I might have needed the solid. You know what I mean? I might have needed the solid. So I'm just gonna have to see what it looks like. Almost done with this side. I was about to stop and like look at it and see what I was thinking, but I might as well just finish this side first. But I was like, this is giving me like, I don't even know, like lavender. I know technically lavender and tulips and stuff like that are not fall flowers, but that's kind of the color scheme that it's giving me. But it's also giving me fall. It's also giving me fall vibes, so I'm not sure. I don't know. It's kind of giving me tulips. Tulips are very much a spring flower, so I don't want to say that it's giving me tulips. But I do feel like it has a fall vibe to it too. I feel like it could go either way. I feel like it could go spring or fall, especially depending on what color you pair it with. This is, I don't know if they make this yarn anymore. This was a yarn that I got secondhand off of Facebook Marketplace when I bought a bunch of yarn. And it is Red Heart Super Saver Soft. I don't know if it's Super Saver or not, actually. It's Red Heart Soft for sure. And I'll check just in a second when I finish this border. But it's definitely an old yarn. And at first when I got it, I was like, I don't know about that colorway. I was like, I literally remember saying to hubby that I thought that it was like kind of ugly. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But now that I've used it, I actually really like it. Hopefully I can make these sides. I want to end on a picot stitch at the corner, so I'm like, I might need to go into that stitch twice. I don't like the way that that's doing. Oh, I forgot to I forgot to picot. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just chain 3 and not picot. Here we go. So if I put 1, 2, 3, yeah, that might work. I can always take the stitches out if I feel like I need to put my first stitch in that same stitch that I have the single crochet in from right before the picot. But I think that this will work. I need to do something with that. All right. Oh yeah, so it's fine because I'm gonna chain and then do the sides. So I'm just gonna pull this off of here for now so I can stop and look at the colors and see what I'm thinking. But the yarns that I'm using are this Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek Low Pill Fiber in the color Autumn Delights. It is a worsted weight low pill acrylic. So here's all the deets if you want to pause here if you're like interested in any of these specs. So that's the yarn that I'm doing the border with currently, and it looks mostly yellow and blue, but it's actually got like a bunch of brown and green in it too. It's variegated. Get that out of my way. And then this is the Red Heart Soft that I was talking about. So definitely an old yarn. Worsted weight, has like a little 99-cent sticker on it from whenever it was purchased. 100% acrylic, machine washable and dryable. And then here's all the details. Moth proof, anti-mites. And it is in the color Grapevine. But see, this is what it looks like in the skein, and when I saw it, I thought it was kind of ugly. I was like, that is the weirdest color combination. And I'm totally realizing that that was like not wrong or not right of me at all, because this is not an ugly color combination, but it's just like the shades of the colors are not like, I don't know, it's just not something I would gravitate towards, as I think the issue is that I looked at this and was like, that is the weirdest color combination. But like now that I'm working it up, I love it. I actually love it. So kind of wish I had more of it, which is like, I don't need more of it, but now I love it. So, you know, that's my little yarn hoarder and the little yarn hoarding voice in me that's like, now I want more of it. So I think I like the way that I did the point of this. Did it so that it's got kind of, they're kind of closer together down here at the point, and then throughout the rest of this I did them 3 single crochets apart. I think I'm liking that border. What do you guys think? Sometimes I wish you could respond like right now. I think I like it. I don't like immediately not like it, so maybe I should just leave it. I'm thinking about blocking this also. If you couldn't tell, it's like a little bit curvy. You could probably tell up here. But I also did like the idea of putting this picot border on it too, because you can't tell that it's curvy anymore when you put the picot border on it. So I don't know if I'll need to block it, but I'm thinking about blocking it just to see if it makes a difference. I don't know. And it's mostly curvy because of, I think because of these half granny squares that I did. But, so yeah, let me know down in the comments what you are working on today. Are you guys up to anything fun and interesting? Have you guys shifted into soup mode? AKA, have you gone into the fall vibes now? I still feel like I should slip stitch this picot so it's not just like free flying off over there. Let's see if I like that a little bit better. Yeah, we'll do that. And then I'm gonna slip stitch over to here first, because I really don't want this to come over to the side and skew when I start to do my chain. So now I'm gonna chain. Let's just go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 1 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wonder how many I should chain for this. What do you guys think? Obviously way more than 10. 11, 12. Oh my goodness, look at all these pet hairs. Oh my gosh, I can't get it. There we go. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hopefully you guys aren't counting and I'm over here throwing you off. And if you are, 11, 76, 5. No, I'm just kidding. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 might be good. I'd rather it be a little longer than you need than too short. Because too short's not even usable. 3, 4, 5. Alright, we'll try 35. We'll see if 35 is enough. And then I'm just going to slip stitch my way back down. I know some of you are probably like desperately hoping for some summer. I know some areas like Sam over in the UK, they haven't really gotten much of a summer. I feel like in the States we've gotten like too much summer. I don't know if that's everywhere or not, but it feels like it's everywhere. It feels like everywhere over here it's been really, really hot this summer. You guys will have to let me know with your area if it's been super hot. I know it's been super hot in a lot of like southern areas. Yes, in a lot of fall areas it's been super hot. I don't know where that came from. But thankfully we haven't had any fires in my area. We honestly live in like a very lush green area of Texas. It's actually like a pretty tropical area, which sounds all lovely, but it also means bugs and humidity. And super hot temperatures with humidity are not my vibe. It's not as bad as Florida though. When I visited Florida, I've been there a few times, and I always, trying to like stay in frame, I always get really bad allergies every time I go to Florida. Like, it's almost hard for me to enjoy myself being there, because I love to go to Disney, which I haven't been to Disney in over a decade, so I don't know. I'm like, I love to go to Disney, like I actually get to go there, but, you know, if I could go there, I would be there. I think about being there all the time. I want to go to Harry Potter World. But it's like, it's almost hard for me to enjoy myself because I'm just constantly suffering the entire time I'm there. Like, I can't sleep because my allergies get so bad that I can't breathe, and I have allergy triggered asthma, so my asthma starts acting up. But I will say the only time I would go is off season. Gotta go when it's actually cool enough, because I also just cannot stand the heat. I would never go during summer or something. I always try to go during like a winter. Well, like I said, I always try to go. Like, I talk like I go there. I would only go in the winter. Which thankfully I have only been in the winter. Well, you know, winter, early spring, March type of time period is when I went. I don't know, I'm just rambling. Rambling about how I want to go to Harry Potter World. Hubby wanted to go to the Star Wars thing that they added on, but I think they're already closing that. I think they had it for like the last 5 years, and then the packages were absolutely insanely expensive. Like, you had to spend a ton of money. Like, your left and right leg, your firstborn, and all of that jazz to go there. And they like refused to make it more affordable. They had like a special hotel and all this really cool stuff, but it was really expensive. And I guess, you know, not enough people did it. I don't know, but I'm like, well, if you made it more doable for the average person, then more people would do it. See, the issue with going to Disney isn't the cost of Disney itself, you know, for the normal stuff, the normal parts that aren't the Star Wars stuff. The issue is the commute, because driving, it's like 19 hours away from here, which is really weird because Texas like looks like it's closer to Florida, but because of the fact that there's just a ton of water, you gotta drive around all of that. It's not close. And then flying is just so expensive anymore. And one of the biggest issues with flights is like they don't include anything anymore. They don't include your first suitcase. They don't include seat selection. So like if you want to sit with the people you're flying with, you have to pay for everybody to have seat selection. And I don't know about you, but I'm not sitting by myself. I want to sit with my husband on my flight. So I need to see. I probably should have connected that a little bit down, but oh well. I want to end on the same spot, roughly. Is that the same spot? Yeah, it's roughly the same spot. And then we're going to chain 35 again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I am 12. 13, 14, 15. I'm working on doing all of this fall stuff, and I want to do a big fall drop in my Etsy shop. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I sell in my Etsy shop patterns and like actually made stuff, but my actually made stuff does not sell well. It just sits in my shop. So I keep going back and forth between whether I even want to try to sell like actually made stuff in my shop or not. 6, 27, 28, 29, 30. I've actually gone through like at several different points and removed all of the physical merch. I think that might be 35 from my shop, because it's like stressful to have it sitting there forever without anybody buying it, because then if somebody buys it randomly, like, you know, I go like months without ever selling anything like that, and then somebody randomly buys it, I have to be like, oh crap, I have to go ship this. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being like way too overly overthinking it, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Did I actually do 36, or did I like miscount. We're just gonna say that it's probably 35. I'd rather it be one too long than one too short. Plus, I'm gonna skip a stitch when I slip a stitch. I'm gonna skip a chain when I slip stitch my way back. So, it'll be 35 anyway. But yeah, I do sometimes sell like actual physical stuff in there, but not very often. But I feel like these are going to be a big hit. I have all these grand delusions of this being like a really big hit. This idea that I have. I don't want to go too into it yet. Like I said, I want to have it ready. I want to have it like all finished and not just an idea. And then I'll tell you guys all about it. But I'm pretty excited about it, if you couldn't tell by me hyper focusing on making these things randomly. But also I'm just here for the fall vibes, so I'm here for it. If you hear scratching, that is my dog under my desk digging in her dog bed. Does anybody else's dogs do that? My dog literally, like, she digs in everything she lays on. Digs in my bed, my blankets, her beds, anywhere that she lays down. She has to, like, dig and spin and dig, and she doesn't do anything with it. But she has, like, I don't know, she feels like she accomplishes something. And, like, I'd get it if she dug just a little bit to fluff it up. But, like, she goes, like, absolutely crazy with it. And then she'll lay down and she'll get back up and do it again. I don't know. I don't know. I almost think it's, like, a compulsive thing, though, because she does have some anxiety issues, and one of the things she does is she scratches at herself or bites at herself. So it could be related to that. But I feel like a lot of dogs dig. I mean, obviously a lot of dogs dig. That's like a whole thing. But I mean in their beds. Okay. So I'm going to end that there and sew that in. And I think I'll sew that in with an actual sewing needle so that I can, like, really get it in there. Get it in between the fibers of the yarn. But yeah, today is super chill WIP Wednesday video. I thought that we could just hang out and crochet together. I was like, well, I'm crocheting anyways. Might as well hang out with you guys while I do it. Have a little chill video. No big, like, plan for today. Got some different tutorial ideas that I'm working on. Well, I shouldn't say that I'm working on, because I, like, am not working on the videos, but working on the ideas. I have some lists going right now. I've been in a big brainstorming phase. I have a lot of brainstorming going on, which, like, let's be fair, ideas are just as important as the actual making of the things. I mean, you gotta have the ideas. Plus, coming up with ideas is fun. Been doing a little bit of crochet journaling. I actually spent a lot of time yesterday crochet journaling. I have one journal that is, like, where I keep my makes, and sometimes, like, last month I just don't put anything in there the whole month. Then I have to go back and, like, remember everything I made and try to remember what I used and everything for it. but I try to update it at least once a month, go through and, you know, remember everything I put in there. And then I have another one that I don't use as often. It is like brainstorming and planning, you know, like if I'm planning to do something like really involved, I write in there, but like not like crochet patterns. That's more like, it's more for lists and like thought bubbles and things like that. But then I have a third one that I write in that is the one that I will write patterns and things like that. And that's the one that's actually technically a crochet journal. The other ones are just journals. And then I actually have a fourth one that is just for Gnome of the Month. So those are my crochet journals. So I finished this, other than potentially blocking it. This was all I planned to do. So here's what it looks like. It's kind of hard to fit into frame, but this will like go over, you know, your hair. And then this goes like ties around like a headband. And then this ties, you know, back under your hair. So you guys are going to have to let me know what you think. This is my first time making one of these, but I've been wanting to make one for a long time. I know there's a lot of different ways to make these, but I thought doing like little tiny granny squares would be cute. Sorry, I'm trying not to like hiccup over here. I thought little tiny granny squares would be cute, and I really love the way that this yarn worked up for these little tiny granny squares. Very cute. I still feel like it gives me fall vibes, but I also feel like it could go spring. Like I said, it could go either way. Still not 100% sure about this border. I think I'm going to make another one and do a solid color border. I'm thinking brown or maybe mustard. But I don't know about mustard with this color. You guys are going to have to let me know what you think of the colors and what color you think I should do for a border on a second one. I could do rust. Like, this is kind of like a rust color. I don't think orange. I'm thinking like brown. I want to make sure it brings in the fall, you know, brings it, because I do feel like this could go either way, the main body of it. So I'm thinking browns, autumnal colors. I love the word autumnal. I don't know about you guys. This is super, super random. But the word autumnal is actually something I only like semi-recently discovered the phrase, because, you know, in the United States, we just say fall. But I watch several different people from the UK on YouTube, and they're not all crocheters. I watch like a variety of things on YouTube. And so I've heard the phrase autumnal quite a bit. And every time they say it, it just like scratches a part of my brain. I'm like, ooh, I love the way that word sounds. So now I just like constantly am like autumnal. It's giving autumnal vibes. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know if it's just me, if I was like living under a rock, but I like never heard anybody say that phrase. Like, I've heard autumn, obviously, but like we don't say it like the same way. We just say autumn, like very American pronunciation. I don't know. I like the word autumnal. But anyway, I think that that's probably enough of me meandering, rambling. That's the word that I wanted. That's enough of me rambling. I'm stretching. Sorry, should have ended my video before I'm like yawning and stretching over here. Very chill vibe video today. I hope that you guys are having a great week, and it is Wednesday, so you've made it halfway through your week. You got this. We can do this. Just a couple more days this week, and then Friday is going to be Community Spotlight. So if you have been working on anything that you would like to share for Community Spotlight, make sure that you send that in. My email is in the description box, but it is novagnomecreations@gmail.com. And you can always send me your makes for Community Spotlight entries. Just put Community Spotlight as the subject line of your email, And then somewhere in the body of your email, let me know what name you would like me to use. You can put anything in your email, but I want to know what name you want me to credit you with when I'm putting together my video. And make sure you don't forget to attach your pictures. You can send in as many makes as you want. Doesn't even have to be crochet. So anything that you have made. But yeah, so we've got that. And then Saturday is my reveal video for Gnome of the Month, where I talk about my plans for the coming month. So I need to like nail down exactly what I'm thinking. But I'm pretty married to an idea. So pretty excited about that. But I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go, and I will see you guys on the next one. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bye, friends.